I am guilty of having done some work without filming it. I have completely removed all of the paint from the nose section, sprayed it with primer, a couple different colors, black and gray primer, disassembled the lights to a point so I can make sure everything gets a nice coat. This will almost all get probably sanded away when I'm ready to do actual paint sometime in the spring when we've got it warmth again. So, yeah, I can't really tell very well. That's the color gray it will be in the end. Let's implement paint. So, I've got this I gotta cut out. It's been, well, it's had a lot of body work in the past. I'm guessing that had been caved in. A lot of damage along the driver's side. But right now, I want to get these holes filled before they grow more. To get these filled, oh, find another spot, gotta sand. Little tiny hole. Anyway, to fill these in, I'm not going to cut out sections and patch it. I can kind of reach up into a good portion of this with a vice grip and a little copper bushing that holds the back of these, and I'll just try welding over them. So might take a few tries. Gonna make the holes bigger before they get smaller. But you know what? Let's see if it works. And the aftermath. I'm gonna have to go over it a bit more. It looks absolutely terrible, but I've got a flapper desk somewhere that I'll use to get all that cleaned up. I'll sand it. Might need body filler. Oh, we'll see. Also, trying to get this hub off. It's pressed onto a tapered shaft, and heat and this thingy have not made it come off. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Another thing I forgot to record while I was doing. Front two wheels for the Studebaker. Completely de-rusted them and painted them black. Got new tires, new valve stem, and these are ready to go on the Lark. Neat little well, I think it's neat. That is a 40 Smith & Wesson spent brass valve cap. Yeah. Here it is. Just super glued the cap in there. 40 Smith & Wesson is perfect to fit over the cap. And to look neat, I think. Both tires actually hold air. Amazing. I'll check them again for leaks later. There's a fair amount of corrosion. I wire wheeled the insides and outsides before painting, and I put a liberal amount of the bead sealer. So those should be fine. Now there's one rim that I'm not going to try using. I'll go back on the Commander, but I don't know. It's a bit severe. A little bit more than I want to deal with. I mean, that's... There's still thickness where that is, but I wouldn't feel confident that that would hold air the way I'd want it to. But anyway, that's roughly the condition before wire wheeling. Got to this point and said, ah, screw it. Oh yeah, and here's the tires for the back. They're not white walls. Still trying to go somewhat budget friendly on this. These tires were, I want to say like $45 a piece. I think the entire thing came out to 170 something shipped. And so yeah, super cheap on the tires. Once the Lark is up and running, driving around, I might buy white wall tires. Probably not, because I'm cheap like that. And these are the hubcaps that came with the car. Got a few fairly sizable dents, but look good enough for my purposes. And anyway, it'll look nice. It is extremely risky to forget to collect your eggs in the middle of winter. That egg is frozen solid. Notice the cracks on the eggs when I went to collect. They froze solid overnight.